Hey guys, today we are going to start a project on working with paper shapes. So you're going to need, well, let me read the book first and then we'll talk about our supplies because we're not going to do a ton of actual art today. We're going to focus more on the book and then I'll talk about what we're going to need. And this project will go for 2 weeks. So this book is called Snippets, A Story About Paper Shapes, written and illustrated by Diane Alber. To my children, Ryan and Anna, you can change the world one snippet of kindness at a time. This is a story about a strange little place where two shapes of paper filled up the whole space. Triangles and squares would all wait in line to make a home in the same patterned design. Each house like the other, all so mundane, not a chimney, a shingle, or a long window pane. Then one afternoon, after new shapes were made, a Snippet showed too, in an aqua blue shade. But because Snippet had an oddly shaped top, he looked a bit different from a normal rooftop. He was very shy, but he wanted to play. So he asked the shapes, "What are you making today?" "We make sturdy houses," announced the red square. "Asymmetrical shapes belong right over there. Because we are different, it's best we're divided. We just can't risk having our houses lopsided." Snippet wasn't expecting to be asked to leave. He was shocked that Square was being naive. He could build a strong house and be part of a pair, even though he was not like a regular square. Not wanting to argue, he walked over to the pile and noticed each shape had a distinctive style. They were all snippets. They were just like him. Some sides were long and some shapes were slim. He was so excited by such a surprise. There were so many shapes of irregular size. "Come on," they all said. "Jump right into the pile." So Snippet dove in with a bright, gleaming smile. And even though Snippet really loved the new space, he just couldn't forget that strange, tidy place. Deep down in his heart, being divided felt wrong. He just wanted to see all the shapes get along. As he stood thinking, an idea came to mind. What if he went back and tried to be kind? To that misguided square with the perfect physique, he could show him the beauty of being unique. When Snippet arrived, Square started to grumble. "Why are you back? You'll make our houses crumble." This was Snippet's big chance to make Square truly see all the wonderful things they could possibly be. Snippet pointed to the roof's acute angle and said, "I could make a tall chimney on that green triangle." Snippet saw Square start to fill up with doubt and knew it'd be best to act it all out. So he climbed on the triangle and said, "How's this look?" Square watched carefully, but the house never shook. "It's not falling down, and it doesn't look bad. In fact, it looks great. So what else can we add?" "Actually," said Snippet, "we could add some more. There's a rectangle snippet for a fancy front door. Is it okay if I ask the pile to play too?" Square happily agreed, only expecting a few. But the whole pile showed up to come over and play. And to Square's huge surprise, they had such a fun day. The houses they made had never looked so grand. It was just as wonderful as Snippet had planned. Squares, triangles, and snippets all getting along. They'd made a great place where they all could belong. Long Rectangles made houses that reached up so high. A pentagon-shaped rocket could fly in the sky. A right triangle made a red sail on a ship. It was amazing to see such close partnership. They all learned so much from each other that day, that regardless of shape, they could happily play. And to think it was just one Snippet's kind heart that joined them together to make such great art. All right, so I want you to take a closer look at this page right here because this is kind of what we're going to use for our inspiration, and we are going to be creating snippet art. So different shapes, they don't have to be squares or triangles like in this book, like how he wanted, right? They can be other shapes like pentagons or triangles or little snippets of different unique shapes, okay? So you are going to need, like I said, a piece of paper. You are going to need scissors. And I have a pile of different construction paper here. But like I said, if you don't have construction paper or colored paper, you can use other paper. Like if you have newspaper or maybe some magazines that are old that somebody doesn't want anymore, you could use those. But we are going to just start, so I'm going to make a house, or you could turn your paper to the side and you can make like a whole little town or neighborhood. So you can start by cutting different shapes, right? Like maybe this would be a house. And then you're going to want a variety of shapes and sizes and heights. So that house is kind of short and long, so I might want to do a skinnier, taller one right next, and different colors too. So no matter what, I don't want you, if you don't have colored paper, I don't want you just drawing this stuff on your paper. I would like you to color paper and then cut it out and put it on, because it's kind of like a collage in a way, like cutting paper and gluing to and making things on paper out of paper, if that makes sense. Okay. I could even have a triangle house if I want to. Right? And then I can make other things with my paper as well. So see where my blue paper is, and I don't see any. So what I will do is I will grab a scrap piece of paper that I have from an earlier art project, and some crayons, and I am going to color a cloud, and I can make more than one cloud. And there we go. So I have cloud I can make. I can do a sun, and then we will end up cutting out other details, like if you want the houses to be bigger, we can make windows. We're going to make triangle tops, or different tops. You can make chimneys. So I just kind of want you to brainstorm this week how you want your little town or village or house to look, and make sure you have that colored paper, or work on coloring your paper this week, and then next week you can draw out on your colored paper your different shapes and cut them, and we will assemble everything and finish this next week. Okay? If you guys have any questions, email me. Have a great day.